It's Halloween, and sometimes there just isn't room in the budget to go buy yourself an amazing Halloween costume, but I'm going to show you 5 last-minute Halloween looks that you can do with makeup that is already in your current collection. These were just 5 looks I pulled off of Pinterest that you can recreate, and you can do this step-by-step tutorial with me. So let's get started. If you have no Halloween costume, you have no idea what you want to be, you could simply be a cat. So I'm going to skip the base this time because at this point, we've seen it, we've done it. What we're going to do instead is we're going to take off my lipstick and we're going to go right in with an angled brush, but not for our eyebrows, but for the cat eye look. And I'm going to go in with this very light brown color. It's Cypress Umber. And I'm going to draw out where I want the cat eye to start in my tear ducts. What I have to do is I have to pinch the middle bridge of my nose in order to let my skin lay flat enough to draw the cat eye shape. And then once I like it, I'll go over with the Noir black color from the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Then I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then I'm just going to keep going over till I am satisfied with my brows and my eye look. I'm going to grab a black eyeliner pen from Noir and draw a little kitty cat nose. You could honestly use eyeshadow if you want, but I feel like cats usually have like kind of a wet textured nose, so I think eyeliner is perfect for it. You can add as little blush as you want or as much as you want. I like using a lot of blush. I don't know why, I just think it looks really cute. Then I'm going to draw the whiskers with my eyeliner as well, and don't go too crazy with the whiskers. And now we're at the point where I realized I don't have a black lipstick. So don't use a Sharpie, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in with that ink liner that I used for my nose and for my whiskers, and we're just gonna draw my lips and make sure it has plenty of time to dry. Then I'm gonna go in with a pink lip crayon by Maybelline Superstay for the bottom, and we're going to also use my banana powder, Revolution banana powder, and just use a brush to lightly tap the pink lip, and also you can do a little bit on the black lip if you want as well to make it dry faster and make it more matte instead of glossy. And of course you can use a mascara of your choice. This is the easiest makeup look I could truly find on Pinterest. So if you're looking for a quick, easy Halloween costume, highly recommend just doing a cat. Super easy, really adorable. I'm obsessed with it. I unfortunately don't have black cat ears, so I had to use my Cheshire cat ears for this. Obviously make sure you have some cat ears, but it's a very cute look, very simple. The next makeup look that you can learn how to do is Carrie from the musical movie, or you could just be like a prom queen with a little bit of blood on your forehead. I really like this look because I think it's one of the easier ones to pull off. The very first thing we're going to do is prime the face with the Morphe X Meredith Duxbury Face Priming Foam. I absolutely love it because it sticks to my skin so well. It's nice and tacky. Then we're going to go in with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Eye Primer. I like to use this a lot on my eyelids. It keeps everything going long and strong all throughout the night. Then I'm going to be using a Shine Killer, which is by NYX. I absolutely really love this for days where I feel a little extra oily. Then I'm going to fill my pores with the Benefit Pore Filler. Love this for around the nose area and the forehead area to fill those little pores. We're filling in my eyebrows with the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I really like using eyeshadow. I'm not sure why, but it just sticks to my brows really nicely. I'm going to grab an angled brush and fill them in. Then I'm going to grab a flat brush and do some concealer underneath my eyebrows. Then I'm going to go in with the Revolution Banana Baking Powder. And I really like this powder because it matches my skin tone perfectly. And then we're gonna squirt on out some Bare Minerals Bare Pro 24-hour wear. Unfortunately, this is not my right shade. It's light 21 neutral. It's very yellowy compared to my skin tone. So I don't really recommend this one for anybody who's olive skin tone because for some reason on me, it just doesn't quite match. Do your research, find a base that matches you really well. Then I like to go over with the Bare Minerals Matte Neutral Ivory Powder that I put on over my foundation. And we're going straight in with blush from the beginning of this makeup tutorial, especially once your foundation is set. I like to use this blush palette. It's called Mini Mix Palette Charm Your Cheeks. And I like to use the color Satin, Pink Satin, and Coral Crush. I just use a little blush brush and put it on. Then I noticed that she has a cat eye look, and I am not the biggest fan of a cat eye look on me, where you draw in the corner of your eyes. It just doesn't look quite right. So I'm just doing a cute little like orange base underneath, but I'm not going too crazy with it because this makeup look isn't really about the eyeshadow. It's more about the forehead blood that's dripping down. I think looks really cool. But I did find this shimmery orange color that I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna use my Mora liquid eyeliner felt tip pen applicator, which is my favorite. Just makes my eyes look super great. We're gonna glue on some lashes, which I don't know the exact lashes these are, unfortunately, but they look good. Then we're gonna go back into the Soft Glam by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna smoke out the bottom of my eyes with this orange color, which is called Rustic and Sienna. Then I'm using the ColourPop mascara. You can use any mascara you want. I'm gonna go in and do my nose contour. And now comes the fun part where you get to do the blood. And I'm gonna use the Pokemon ColourPop collaboration palette and use the red shade and just start filling in wherever you want the blood to be coming from. You can go as crazy as you want or as minimal as you want, but I really wanted this to look real. I went in with these two liquid lip colors. I've got the TLB Hot Mama liquid lip, and I've got the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in 25 Red Hot. And this to me made it look so much like blood that I couldn't even stream on YouTube this day because it looked too realistic. And then I went in and I grabbed a bunch of these little red gems and just started placing them wherever I wanted. Grabbed myself a lip color. I did the Maybelline Superstay ink crayon. And that is the overall look. You could go as extreme or as minimal as you want with this look, with lots of blood or minimal blood. I just wanted to go ham with it and see what it would look like. And yeah, getting this off was kind of difficult because I did use a lip stain, but I was more interested in making a more realistic look rather than worrying about the after effects and the repercussions. But yeah, I really like this look. I think anybody can pull it off. It's super easy. You can be as creative as you want with it, or you can make it very minimal, like I said earlier. But I think it's super cute, especially if you do a cute little like cocktail, sparkly cocktail dress with a shiny crown on top. It just really looks so freaking adorable. Everybody will know who you are, especially if you do your hair like you're going to prom. People will definitely know who you are. I'm obsessed with it. Honestly, like if I didn't have a really great Halloween costume picked out, I would totally go as Carrie because I think it's so freaking cute. To my tutorial on how to be a cottagecore cutie mushroom for Halloween. Let's get started. So this is the inspiration that I got off Pinterest. I couldn't find the creator's name, but we're gonna be doing something very similar, but you yourself can adjust to your face shape like I am with mine. Let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna go in with is the Morphe X Meredith Duxbury Foaming Face Primer. I really like to use this primer because it makes my oily base extremely tacky and really stick to the makeup, and I love it. Next is the Urban Decay Eye Primer. I'm obsessed with this. It makes it really tacky and sticky on my eyelids. And going right in with the Porefessional Pore Primer. This is what I like to call my priming base for my face. These are like my 3 trifecta products that I love using. Next, this is called the Soft Glow Palette, and I love using this as my natural makeup look. I'm gonna go in with the Cypress Umber brown color and fill in my eyebrows. Once I have a great shape on my brows that I like, I grab a flat brush and go straight into concealer to carve out the underbrow. And I like doing this because it makes my eyebrows look a little bit more shaped than they naturally are. I don't have the name of this concealer. All I know is it's a light 2 corrector. I've had it for so long that actually the labeling has come off. Next, I'm going into the Pokemon X ColourPop palette, and we're gonna go in and start doing our eyeshadow look. I'm using this flat packing brush and I'm dipping right into that green color. And I'm just doing the inner corner of my eyelid up to the center of my pupil. And I'm just gonna keep using this brush and packing it in as much as I can because I really want this color to pop. The whole reason I was drawn to that Pinterest photo was because those colors were so vibrant. Yes, I understand she used Photoshop, but I digress. Next, I'm gonna go into this ColourPop Rainbow palette. It doesn't actually have a name on it, to be honest. I have no idea, but I'm obsessed with it because it has all the colors of the rainbow in it. So help me out in the comments below if you have this and you know the name of it. But we're gonna go in with this baby pink sort of shade up at the top here to put down a base for my eyeshadow. Now you can see here I'm using more of a like fluffy defined brush so that way I can carve out how far I want the eyeshadow to go. And because I have a hooded almond eye shape, I really like to draw tips at the very, kind of like a cat eye at the very end of where I want my eyeshadow to go. I find that this is the most flattering for my eye shape. You might have a completely different eye shape. So I highly recommend playing with your eye shape and if you have hooded eyes or not and figuring out what eyeshadow looks the best on you. And your opinion of it might be different than your friends. So it's always good to ask around as well just to get a gauge of what people like or find attractive on your face, so to speak. Now I'm going in with a darker pink color and defining out that cat eye shape that I built with the lighter eyeshadow. I'm just giving it more definition. And as you can see, I'm going in with an even darker pink into the very center of that. Now, the reason you go from light to dark is to add dimension to your look so it doesn't fall flat. And this cutie cottagecore look does not require dimension, but I absolutely love doing this technique with any makeup look because I think it just adds like a more artistic flair to it and it makes you look like you know what you're doing when a lot of times I really don't know what I'm doing. And I just keep going back into the palette, grabbing more color, putting it in. I'm now working on the under eyes where I'm making the inner corner where my tear ducts are a lighter pink color. And then the color next to it is the dark pink. I love putting lighter colored eyeshadow closer to my tear duct because I feel like it gives the illusion of big doe eyes. I could be totally wrong. And look at how cute I am. I'm so happy with my look so far. Now I'm going in with my Bare Minerals Bare Pro 24-hour wear Skin Perfecting Matte Liquid Foundation Ultra Comfort Mineral SPF 20. As you can see, this color is not perfect on me. It is very yellow. I have a very unique skin tone where it looks really olive, but sometimes it looks a little bit more red and flush, and sometimes it looks pale. I have a hard time shade matching, so what I like to do is I'll use a liquid foundation, and once I'm done with my beauty blender, I'll actually go in with a setting powder and kind of pack it all in and let it adjust the color of the foundation. So the foundation loose powder that I have is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation. It's a neutral ivory 06, and I find that this helps make my foundation base look more like my skin. So as you can see here, my face sort of matches my neck and my hands a little bit more. Now that I've done my foundation, I'm gonna go back in and redraw out the eyeshadow that's on my eyes and really drag it out on top of the foundation that I just put down so it's a little bit bigger and more dramatic. Now it's time for eyeliner. I like to use this Moira. It's a precision liquid liner in black. I really like this because it is waterproof. It doesn't say that it is, but I've definitely struggled getting this eyeliner off my face before, so I really like that it's, you know, it sticks and it stays pretty well. Let me know in the comments below if you would love a tutorial on how I do my eyeliner because I just wing it. Just kind of like make it up as I go. Sometimes I like my eyeliner to be thick, sometimes I like it really thin. It just depends on the look I'm going for, and because we're gonna be a cottagecore cutie, I drew it pretty thick. And my eyeliner, in all honesty, is never even. It is usually different because I have two different eye shapes. So when I draw my makeup, both my eyes will always look different, and I truly don't care, and I like to embrace that both my eyes look different. Plus, a makeup hack is that if you decide to do this makeup look, you can just put lashes on and no one would even know that they're different. Now we get to move on to the fun part where you get to take your own initiative on this and just give yourself little eye freckles. I really love using this white liner that's kind of thick. It's another Moira, it's a dip liner. So it's got like this thick little drop like brush tip, so you can draw like the perfect little cottagecore spots on whatever you want. And I wanted to start with my eyelids first because I needed to give them time to dry before anything else. But I also like to do this stamping technique that has become very popular on TikTok, where you can draw like a little heart or a shape on your thumb or any of your fingers, and you can make yourself like a little stamp, like I did here, cute little heart. And now I'm gonna stamp it all over where I want these cute little heart accents. And it really worked quite well. So I highly recommend using this instead of buying a product, unless there's a stamp product that you really like. I find this to work perfectly. And the best part about this look is this is what makes it unique, is that you can put as many freckles as you'd like, or you can put minimal freckles. It's totally up to you and how you want this makeup look to appear on your face. And I love these cute little freckles. So I'm just gonna go ham. And as you can see here, it actually looks quite good. I did the little heart stamp twice on each eye. And now I'm gonna do a trick where I put glue on my eyelashes. I like to use the Duo glue. I know it takes forever to dry. People hate it because it takes forever to dry, but I personally really love it because I can put the glue on this lash. I can switch to my contouring palette, which is the Ultimate Glow Getter by orrrrr. It's a cheek trio. And while I'm doing my cheeks, my eyelashes can be drying. So by the time I'm done contouring, I can just plop my eyelashes on. Now, this was actually given to me as a gift, the Ultimate Glow Getter palette. So I don't know where it came from, but thank you, Chrissy, for this, because I love how dark the contour can get, and I love the light pink shade in here that makes for a perfect blush. Like, it truly is like the perfect trio. And I like to bronze all the way up to my temples, and then I'll go in with like a compact brush and put the little pink blush on top of my bronzer. So again, bronzer is supposed to go below your cheekbone to accentuate your cheekbone, and then the blush is supposed to go on top. But because we're being a cottagecore cutie, I'm gonna take that blush all the way into my nose, and I'm even gonna put some on my nose to build a base. So when we go to do the contour on my nose, it'll look super cute. And yes, now I'm going back to my eyelashes. I didn't forget, and I'm gonna plop them on with the angled eyebrow tool. So I like using that for me personally. So if I pluck my eyebrows, then I can use the same tool to put my eyelashes on. Now, the contouring of the nose. So what I like to do is I like to take this big fluffy brush. This is from the ColourPop brush kit. I'm not sure which one it is. It doesn't have a number on it, but I start with that baby pink and stencil out how far I want the nose contour to go. The example that I have that I was following didn't go out as far as I did. I sort of just got carried away with blending, but I started off with the light pink, and then I would go into a little bit of a darker pink, and then I would find the darkest pink and put that in the smallest areas. So that way it kind of made this appearance that it was growing and spreading like a mushroom, like poison, so that way it'd be a little bit more fun. I really like this technique of using lighter eyeshadows underneath the base. Again, it just makes it look like you really know what you're doing, and it's a great stencil for you later on when you want to figure out how far you want certain colors to go and blend on your face. And I pulled out that rainbow palette once more, and I put the darkest color right at the corners of my nose, as you can see here, and I really packed it in there because it's gonna add this like visual effect that when you look at me, it's growing. Like my nose is very small and pinched, but this cute pink like fungus looking thing that I have on my face is just growing with cuteness, which I'm obsessed with. Then I like to take that same fluffy brush and take it up my nose and really carve out my nose, so that way my nose looks like as tiny and as cute as a button, but I leave the ball of my nose completely untouched if I can, so that way it really looks like my nose is very pinched and tiny. It's such a tedious technique. I'm not the best at nose contour, to be honest. I don't feel like I'm very good at it at all, but I do try my best every time I have to contour my nose. And I was actually really happy with how this turned out. I think it really got that effect that I was looking for, where my nose looked really pinched and the poison looked like it was growing across my face.
Then of course I go back to that ink white pen and I continue on with some freckles just to, you know, get that going, because it does take a little bit for the freckles to dry. So I went right in with that right away. The best part about this process is you get to decide how many spots or how many freckles you would like on your makeup look. I personally like to go with a lot because I think it just adds to the cuteness of this look. So you will see me going over and over and over and over again, making these cute little spots. And the other thing about it is you don't have to make them all the same shape, because if you look at any mushroom art, the spots are varying in sizes. So honestly, I say have fun with this part, go big or go home, and just you know, have some fun with it. Make yours a little bit more unique. Maybe make the spots a little bigger, a little smaller, and try them in different places. Once you feel satisfied with all your spots, I like to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I have it in white. And I just like to put it in my waterline to make my eyes look even bigger. And then we're gonna go back to that same palette that I used earlier, which is the Soft Glam by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I use this tiny little blending brush and I add a little bit of that Cypress Umber again to my under eye, just to get a little bit more dimension on the outside of the eyes. It's really hard to see, but it makes a difference to me. Next, I'm gonna use the ColourPop Level Up Mascara. I'm actually still testing this product. I'm a huge fan of ColourPop and all of their different cosmetics, so I wanted to try their mascara and give it a shot. So far, I have no complaints. But if you have a mascara that you'd like me to try, let me know in the comments below. And now for the last step, which is the most difficult, picking a lipstick. I like to hold it up against my mouth, so in that way I can see what the color palette would look like. I came to the decision of using the Color Stay Satin Ink by Revlon in the shade of Satin Ink 006 Eyes on You, which I really love. I think it really complemented the look well, where it's neutral enough that it's not overpowering the look, but it's present. So I really like a nice nude lip. Then I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon ColourPop collaboration, and we're gonna grab that beautiful silver color and we're gonna put it on the corners of my eyes, the little ball of my nose, and above my upper lip. This color was called Jelly Donut, which I thought was super cute. Kind of obsessed with this Pokemon ColourPop palette. I don't know if you can tell. Then we're gonna finish it off with the Professional Super Setter Spray. I'm testing this one as well by Benefit, and I actually really like it. And that is the Mushroom Cottagecore look. Today we are going to be doing a mermaid look. This is inspired by this Pinterest photo that I found. Let's dive right into it because I don't want to waste any of your time, and I want to show you how awesome this look can turn out on you as well. So like I said, this is the inspiration. This is the photo I got off Pinterest of a cool mermaid look. I want to try to mimic the hair as well. So the first thing that I'm going to use is the Morphe X Meredith Duxbury foaming face primer. I really like this stuff because my skin is very oily, and this is like a foam primer, and I feel like the oiliness on my skin and the tackiness of this actually mixes quite well. Then the next thing I go in with is the Professional Pore Primer by Benefit. I'm a huge fan of Benefit's products. This is one of my favorites. I like to put it on my nose and my cheek areas that are close to my nose. Then I go in with the Urban Decay Eye Primer. This one is also another staple in my makeup routine, is these three products. I feel like it takes my face to the next level. But if you are oily just like me, you can use this NYX Shine Killer product as well. I am extremely oily this day. You can tell that I worked out earlier just by my hair texture. And I like to put this on my T-zone, which is like the forehead, the chin, and then sometimes I put it on my cheeks, just to kind of, again, make myself not look as oily. Then I'm gonna go into my Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna grab an angled brush, which I love my angled brush, and I'm gonna go in with this dark black color. It's called Noir, and we're gonna make my eyebrows a little bit more darker than they are, just a bit, not too crazy. Then we're gonna go in with a concealer brush, and we're gonna put some concealer on under my eyes. Unfortunately, the concealer I use I've had for a very long time, and I am Can't read the label on it, but I do love this concealer. I'll put it underneath my brows because it like kind of cleans up the bottom of it, and then I'll take the excess on my wrist. I'll grab it on my beauty sponge and just dab it around so that way I have a nice clean base on my eyelids. This is what I like to call a base, which is, you know, non-foundation, just like a standard base, eyebrows base. I decided to get up and change my lighting a little bit. So these are the two palettes I'm going to be using for this look. The Pokemon ColourPop collaboration and this ColourPop rainbow palette. I wish I knew the name of this ColourPop palette. I can't find it anywhere, but it is incredible and I absolutely love it. We're going to start with the Pokemon ColourPop palette. We're going to start with the Cerulean City shade, and we're going to put that all over the eyelid, just like everywhere. Go to town. Then we're gonna dab into the Tall Grass with the Cerulean City just to give it a little bit more of a sea foam color. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I didn't do my foundation because sometimes with these really pigmented pigments, they tend to fall on your cheeks. So I like to do my foundation later. But I'm just gonna keep dipping into the Cerulean City in the Tall Grass color, and had to move my mirror so I could see a little bit better. But you can kind of see that there's a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes, kind of in the upper cheek area. Don't worry about it. We're gonna use a makeup wipe. We're gonna wipe that off. So don't even panic. I like to use like a windshield wiper technique, which I don't think you're technically supposed to do. You're supposed to do little circles, but I find this works better for my eyes. And I'm just gonna keep going until I make a shape that I like. I have almond eyes, like an almond eye shape. So I like to really play with that by making it a little pointed at the ends. Little sippy sip break. Then I'm gonna go into the Evolution color with a thinner brush that can get right underneath my brow bone. And I wanted to use colors that really reminded me of the ocean and of, you know, a mermaid-like texture. So anything that's really like silver, kind of has like a damp appearance to it, I really wanted it in this look. And technically in the inspiration photo, I don't think she did this highlight, but I wanted to anyways because I think it's fun. And I put some of that highlight in the corners of my eyes. This is a trick that I have found really helps me look young and youthful and glowing and less tired, is by putting a little bit of a highlighted color in your, not like in the tear duct, but like close to the corner of your eyes. It just kind of hides that little dark spot that I have there. Now we're going to the Blue Velvet ColourPop palette that I usually use for Articuno, and we're going straight in with the fingers. Why? Because brushes don't make heat. So when your fingers touch the little pads of the makeup, it heats it up a little bit and makes it stick to your eye a little bit better. So now that I have that shimmer all over the place, we're going back to that ColourPop rainbow palette, and we're going in with this really pretty blue. Again, these aren't labeled, which I'm, you know, mad at myself for. But as long as you find a similar color, you're fine. And I'm gonna make kind of like a leaf-like shape again on my eye. This I have found is like the most flattering way for myself to make or like mimic a cut crease look. If you're somebody who can pull off a cut crease, more power to you. I unfortunately can't with my eye shape. If I made a cut crease, you wouldn't even be able to see it, so it would be kind of devastating. Also, I went on Amazon and I bought these cute little pearly pearls, and they are sticky on the back, so they're flat back pearls. I'll link them in the description down below. I know Walmart sells them too, like they're pretty inexpensive. But I am so eager that I just went like right in with the pearls, and I feel like this part you can kind of make up and do whatever you want. I wanted to go from big to small to big again, and I am obsessed. I think it turned out so good. Then once you feel like you were done with the pearls on your eyelids, you can go on ahead and do eyeliner. Now for me personally, you can't really go wrong with any eyeliner pen. I have really fallen in love with this Moira pen because it's almost waterproof. Like I truly can't get it to come off at the end of the day. And I feel like this is another place where you can have fun with it. You don't have to do a cat eye wing. You could do any kind of eyeliner on this, in my opinion, that you think looks good on your eye. I just like doing a thick cat eye that slowly trickles away as it hits the corner of your eye. That's just personally what I think looks best on my eye shape. Again, it's good for you to know what your eye shape is. That way you can figure out what looks best for you. Then I'm gonna go in with this NYX color pencil and I'm gonna put it on my waterline down below. I usually hate putting colors on my waterline, but anytime I want my eyes to look super big, I'll use this. I feel like it just kind of helps add to like the fantasy of the look because no one's waterline is that color. Then I'm gonna go in with the Moira white pencil, or technically it's not a pencil, it's like a, what is it called? What's the proper term for you? It's the eye-catching dip liner, and I love using this to underline my cat eye wing because it just makes the black line pop, which is why I'm underlining it with white. You don't have to do this step. This is something I enjoy doing. I think it just really makes the makeup pop. I think it looks so good. I'm like, girl, yes. Just be careful, don't get in your eye, and try not to pull on your eye if you can. And then I'm gonna try to add a couple little spots above because I want those pearls to kind of look like bubbles, and I just thought it'd be fun to add some little frecklies because like, why not? Some little freckles. Like, you can't go wrong with them, you know? Again, this technically isn't part of the inspiration photo, but I think that's the best part of Pinterest is finding a photo or a makeup look that you want to recreate and then adding your own little twist or spin on it. As you can see, I have makeup in my under eyes, so now it's time to do foundation. This color does not match, as you can see here, which I am not excited about, but that's okay. I have found that my foundation is very yellow lately, and I am not as yellow since the summer has left. So my liquid foundation is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 24 Hour Wear, but I can hide it with the Bare Minerals powder foundation, and it really, really helps me hide the discoloration. It really works. Now, we're going back to that rainbow palette, and I'm using a thick, fluffy packing brush, and I'm grabbing like that light sky seafoamy blue, and I picked two opposite sides of my face to start packing it on. I'm gonna make some little scales there later on. So I'm gonna skip straight to the bronzer, and then I'm gonna put some blush on over it. The blush kit that I really like using is the Ultimate Glow Getter Cheap Trio. I really like that a lot. I love the blush that comes with. Now we're gonna use the Mermaid hack, where you grab a wig net, or like a wig cap for your cosplays, and you pull it over that spot where we did all of the light seafoam, and we're gonna pack on this dark blue color to make it look like I have scales. Now, the thing that I learned with this is that you have to be really careful because if you pack it on too thick, you lose the detail of the scales. So on that first attempt, you can see I packed it on a little too much. Second one turned out way better because I didn't pack it as hard. This is the Benefit setting spray that I really enjoy. It smells good. It's got a nice soft spray to it. I really like it a little bit more than the MAC Fix Pro. I don't know why, I just do. And then I'm going in with that really pointed brush again, and I'm dragging out some like light blue colors, dark blue colors. I went back to the Pokemon palette and I dipped into Cerulean City once more. And I just kind of like went from dark to light in the under eyes. And then I decided to go back over my little scales and add some pearls to it. I kind of made this up. There wasn't really a right or wrong way to do it. I just wanted it to look natural as I'm sticking pearls on my face. So natural. But I just put them where I felt like it looked unique and like sparse and kind of different. And you could do it any way you wanted to. You could really make it like perfectly symmetrical. I just don't have the attention span for that, nor do I feel like it looks natural when you make them perfectly symmetrical. Then I went in with mascara. I used the ColourPop mascara, and I actually really quite like it. I have no issues with it. Going in with a big fluffy brush, and I'm doing my under eyes. I love layering colors where you go from light to dark because I think it just adds some nice detail to your eye makeup. Then we're gonna go in with some lashes. I like to use the Duo Glue, and I don't have any information on those lashes. They're probably just like a pair of wispies that I bought from the store. I really like wispies. They're probably my favorite. And now I'm gonna go in with the nose, and I'm using that same Ultimate Glow Getter palette, and I'm just very lightly contouring my nose. I didn't go too crazy with it. Normally I would try to go a little darker, but wasn't feeling it. Then I'm gonna go back to that Pokemon ColourPop collaboration palette, and I'm gonna hit it with that Evolution color one more time, or Evolution, to make it pop, look a little wet. And now this product I'm trying out too. It's the Got2b Glue Frozen Eyebrow Gel. And I'm using it for my brows, but I'm gonna use this eyebrow gel to pull out little hairs, which I don't think this product is made for your hair, but it's made for your brow hairs. So I was like, you know what? 2 birds, 1 stone. And I just started pulling little pieces of hair out of my bun and coating it with the mascara, or not the mascara, but the mascara wand, and then making sure that it's wet and tacky and I could get it to stick to my face where I wanted it to. This, in my opinion, was the most fun part because you could put your hair anywhere and it looked so cool. Like, I felt so amazed and like creative by doing this because I could literally put my hair in any place, make it like really wavy, make it go over the look. I felt like it really hid my imperfections earlier from the scales not looking so good. Then I went in with another mascara tube. This one I got off Amazon. It's called the Essence Lash Princess. I really love this one. Sometimes I find that it doesn't dry very well and it just kind of gets everywhere, so just be careful and make sure you give yourself dry time. And unfortunately I threw out this lip pencil, so I hope you don't love it. And then I used this really awesome lip gloss. I'm a huge advocate for lip gloss over lip stains because I like my lips to look a little bit more wet and plump. And this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. It's got hyaluronic acid and I got it in the color 014 Heat. And I thought this fun pink really was kind of the showstopper in my opinion of this look. It really balanced out the eye look extremely well. Then I pulled out this Evolution lip gloss that I got in the Pokemon collaboration. It's called Ultra Glossy Lip. Absolutely love the Evolution glitter lips. I thought they looked so good. And then we're gonna do a little bit more highlight, but we're gonna put it on the lips because we kind of want like a, not frozen look, but a shiny look to the lips. And that is my makeup look for being a mermaid. This was probably one of my favorite makeup looks I've ever done on myself. I was truly so blown away. Then we're gonna set it with the Benefit setting spray. Again, really love this setting spray. It's probably my favorite, bless me. I'm obsessed, I really love this. Let me know if you decide to be a mermaid for Halloween. I just threw over a big sweater that kind of looks like a fisherman's net. And you yourself can be a gorgeous mermaid like me. Yeah, I've never done a makeup look this good before, so please give me some likes and some love on this, because I went full send. Full send.
Now this next look is probably one of the more difficult makeup looks I've ever done on this channel, so bear with me. This is gonna be a lot and it's gonna move very quickly. We're doing the Bride of Frankenstein. And let me know in the comments down below if I do move too quickly for these, because I obviously can slow them down in the future. So this is the inspiration look that I stole off Pinterest, and we're gonna go right on in with the Jaclyn Hill palette X Morphe for this nice white color called Certified. And I'm just gonna put it all over my eyelids, and then I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush and grab a grayish, and how you can do this is by dipping into the black, but not going full send into the black shade, which is called Temptress. That's kind of how I build up the color by using more of a lighter application. And then I'm gonna go in with my Pokemon X ColourPop collab and grab the Jelly Donut color just to kind of like really add some glitter to the cut crease that I did. Then we're gonna spray the eyes with the Professional Super Setter just to kind of get them to stay in one place. I don't want this eye look to get destroyed. Then I also noticed that she did kind of a cat winged eyeliner. So I'm gonna do a cat wing on the outside, but not in the inner corners. And now for the scariest part of this makeup look. Is we're gonna be going in with this white foundation that I bought off of Amazon by LA Girl. Say a prayer, I'm really scared it's not gonna work. And then we're gonna powder puff it with the Milani Make It Last white setting powder. And truly, it worked. And it didn't dry very well, so I would highly recommend trying to find a different white foundation, but this worked in a pinch. And I'm gonna go back to my Jaclyn Hill palette with that black color, and I'm gonna do my under eyes. And I'm gonna grab a very thick buffer brush, and I'm gonna use that same black color on the Jaclyn Hill palette and carve out my cheeks and give myself a little bit of a pinched nose contour look. The nose took truly forever to do because I'm terrible at nose contour, so just go nice and slow. But this was my favorite part of the whole look, is right here, where you grab a huge blending brush and you grab that black shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and you just draw where you want your stitch lines to be. And what you do is you grab that Moira white ink pen and you put that in the center of the braid that you just drug across your face for your scar, and it makes it look so good. Like, it just pops, it looks great, it looks totally like a healed stitch scar. Then I finally got some black lip stain. I just bought it off Amazon. You can look for it. I'll have it in the description down below. It did the trick. Put your lashes on. Be sure to grab your favorite pair. I then go in with the Moira black ink eyeliner and I give myself some stitches across my little scars. I throw myself a little celebratory party because I was shook that this actually looked good. I thought this makeup look was going to be a huge challenge for myself, and it actually turned out really great. I was shocked. As you can tell by my face here, I'm extremely shocked. Then I'm gonna do my stitches on the other side. Same thing again, where you just draw little X's, little stitches everywhere over the shadow that you jarred across and the Moira white pen. Truly, you need a better wig. This is just my old Wonder Woman wig repurposed, but you get the point. It's Frankenstein's bride. It turned out extremely good. Can't believe how well this turned out. Give this one a shot if you are interested in a challenge. Highly recommend getting a different white foundation. This one was transferring all over the place. And then you could easily pull off like a little Bride of Frankenstein outfit with a button-down shirt, a little skirty skirt, and some big clumpy loafers, which I love, from Naked Wolf. But I'm obsessed with this look. Let me know if you give it a try. I would love to see you tag me in it, either on your Instagram or anywhere else that you post your content, because I'd love to support anybody out there that's dabbling in makeup. Let me know which makeup look was your favorite, and let me know if you want me to keep doing this all year round, because I would love to have a makeup post go up every once in a while. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe, and happy Halloween.